We've got some breaking news, folks. Meghan Markle claims she never sent texts to Dad Thomas before the royal wedding because he doesn't own a mobile phone. What? That is very interesting news. They filed court papers containing the text messages that have been filed ahead of an expected hearing last week. And this is dated April 20th, 2019, a year ago. More than a year and 6 months ago. So here's the text messages. Can you say perjury? How do you spell perjury? Meghan. Perjury. That's a big deal. So it's stated on 5th of May, 2018, that Meghan wrote in a text to her father, quote, "I've called and texted, but haven't heard back from you, so hoping you're okay." She then texted her father the next day after finding out photographs of her father had been staged for a paparazzo photographer. Okay, we're all aware of that. She explains that she had attempted to arrange logistics and supplies for her father discreetly and with privacy, with care taken to not to feed the press, that she's trying to protect her father from heightened press intrusion and scrutiny, that he should keep a low profile until the wedding. Okay. On May 14th, 2018, it says Mr. Markle sent Meghan a text message to apologize and confirm that he would not be attending the wedding. So Meghan, this is a constructed reality. Meghan is constructing a reality where she's very concerned for her father. She's in constant contact with him. She's advising him not to speak to the press. And then he tells her he's not coming to the wedding. None of this happened. Okay, that's what is so strange. It is a constructed imaginary reality that exists only in her own mind. But the problem with this is if you lie to an FBI agent or something, that is a federal crime. If you lie in sworn documents filed with a court, that is perjury. These are crimes. This is really quite serious. It says about half an hour later, after several calls to Mr. Markle went unanswered because he was in the hospital having a heart attack, Harry sent the following messages to Mr. Markle from Meghan's phone. Okay, so Harry's interacting with Thomas through Meghan's phone, not with his own phone. And all of this is traceable. I know actually a lot about phones and phone systems because of my federal career. And all of this information is it's in digital format, and it's all there, and it's all recoverable. Quote, "Tom, it's Harry, and I'm going to call you right now. Please pick up. Thank you." Quote, "Tom, Harry again. Really need to speak to you. You do not need to apologize. We understand the circumstances, but," quote, "going public will only make the situation worse. If you love Meg and want to make it right, please call me, as there are two other options which don't involve you having to speak to the media, who incidentally created this whole situation. So please call me so that I can explain. Meg and I are not angry. We just need to speak to you. Thanks." Do you see how she's implicating Harry? Harry allegedly is making these texts through Meghan's phone. Quote, and speaking to the press will backfire. Trust me, Tom. Only we can help you, as we've been trying from day one. It's making Thomas look like he's going to the media he's a bad guy and he's going to the media. It's throwing Harry under the bus, and it's making Meghan look like an angel. This is a constructed reality, but it's perjury. That's disturbing. What else is going on? Can't make this up. Meghan Markle was given the Finding Freedom book before it was released, but still denies colluding with the author. Okay, if Omid Scobie and or Carolyn Duran gave Meghan a copy of the book before it's published, that is collusion. Collusion is working together with Omid Scobie. Okay, so the defense is, the Duchess of Sussex's legal team, the defense, said the 39-year-old had been given a copy of the book immediately before its serialization. So serialization is different than the publishing date. It was serialized in the Daily Mail. It was published first, and then it was serialized. Chapters were beginning to be published a few days apart, or maybe every other day or every day in the Daily Mail. Chapter 1 through 3, and then next 4, 5, and 6, and then next 7, 8, and 9 in the Daily Mail. Okay, so that's very different, and that's their defense. Boy, can we speculate further or more accurately why this trial has been delayed for 9 more months? Good day, YouTubers. Welcome back to my channel. Time for a spot of royalty. This is Meghan looking like an angel. She's got like the halo light around her. And basically in this reading, Meghan committed perjury. She designed a false narrative, and she even filed it with the court. And I'm kind of wondering if Meghan believes her own concocted reality, because she went so far that she had this imaginary thing. She had Harry speaking to her father. She had her father saying he's not coming to the wedding, which makes him the bad guy. And he's going to the media. She concocted this whole reality. And she goes so far that she even filed this in court papers. A whole long conversation through text that never happened. And the other thing is collusion with Omid Scobie and Carolyn Duran for Finding Freedom. You know, and I actually believe, I've done readings on this, I believe that Finding Freedom is that's Meghan's journals. This is Meghan's autobiography. This is Meghan's version of what happened in the palace. And that's kind of what we keep seeing over and over. It's Meghan gives out her version, and she stands on that, and anybody who doesn't agree with it, she will destroy them. She will go after them to destroy them. And so she's constantly freezing people out of her life. She's frozen both sides of her family out of her life. And she's frozen Jessica Mulroney out of her life, because anything that makes her appear to be anything but a perfect angel sent by God to bless us is completely unacceptable. So let's do a mini. Did Thomas out Meghan, and how does he feel about this? Because what happened here is that these papers were filed with the court, and in discovery, the opposing party, the Daily Mail and their attorneys, of course, went over the evidence that Meghan filed. And this phone conversation was filed by Meghan as evidence. And then, so that would have been the lawyers or someone associated with the lawyers, a paralegal or whatever, would have gone to Thomas and said, well, we want to interview you. We want to talk to you about this. And they're going to set a time, 1 o'clock, Mexico Standard Time or whatever, Pacific Standard Time, because he's in Rosarito, Mexico, right below San Diego. And they would have said, well, Meghan says there was all these texts back and forth, and you said you didn't want to come to the wedding. And he would have said, no, that never happened. I don't even have a cell phone. And they would have been, eureka, you know, wow, she filed false documents with the court. How does Thomas feel about outing Meghan? How is Thomas feeling about this? Ooh. Oh my. How do we have Thomas feeling about outing Meghan? Hamster wheel, a long journey and work. You know, this is the work that needs to be done for the trial. Earthquake, a very bad ending, and executioner. Executioner can be the court or lawyers. 33, 9 hearts. This is really key evidence. Okay, they put in the work. This is really key devastating evidence. So he looks at this and he says, this is devastating to Meghan's case. And immediately, and this just came out, okay, Meghan delays the court, delays the trial for another 8 months, and asks for summary judgment. Meghan doesn't want any more evidence to come out. Summary judgment is just the evidence, no testimony from the lawyers, and just based on the evidence available in front of the judge right now, render a decision. She doesn't want any more evidence to come out. So this is devastating to her case. So Thomas looks at this and says, wow, Meghan's caught in a big lie. She's pulling a Juicy Smollett lie. Olive tree, not exactly like Juicy Smollett, but similar. It's just a big lie. The relationship behind is the family relationship with him. It's from outside. Okay, it's out of his hands. He has to tell the truth. This is devastating, but it's not him who did this. And here, in the outcome, he's very emotional. 10 hearts is the most emotional card. And what is he emotional about? He's emotional about the permanent family relationship with his daughter. He feels, and the new situation is he's very separated from the permanent family relationship with his daughter. He's very upset about that. So he's upset about that. This is very devastating for... I asked about his feelings. This can also be him just feeling devastated. He's very emotional, and this is devastating for her case, and he feels devastated by how he's being treated. So was Meghan given a copy of Finding Freedom? This goes to the collusion. Before serialization, before publishing, before the publishing date, or after or before the serialization. Serialization in the Daily Mail is the book was already published and available for everyone to obtain, and then she was sent a copy. Okay, if it's before serialization, that does not indicate collusion. Before publishing, that indicates collusion. So this goes to collusion. Was Meghan given a copy of Finding Freedom before publishing or before serialization? Before publishing, Angel. Before serialization. Was she given a copy? I believe she actually wrote Finding Freedom before publishing. Heart, close to her heart, blocked Angel. 11 and 6, 17. 5 hearts reacting to circumstances. 2 fives. Being an angel is blocked. Yeah, she's being discovered. Her angelic pose is being destroyed. Her angelic pose is being destroyed. That's what it's saying before publishing. What's over here? Direct action, talking and acting and reacting to circumstances. 8 and 13, 21, 6 hearts, karmic relationship. So on an ongoing basis. So her image is being destroyed. Her narrative of her being an angel is being destroyed. And that's what these cards are saying. This woman, the snake, is very connected, and it's being exposed that she was very connected to this writing. 16, 4 12 and 3, 15, 4 clubs. Very actively connected. It's being exposed that she was very actively connected to the writing of this book. It's her side of the story. And she wanted to get it out early because it's her side of the story. And Lady Colin Campbell wanted to get her book out. And so Meghan was pushing for Finding Freedom to come out before Lady Colin Campbell's book, Meghan and Harry, The Real Story. And here we have Inheritance and Ruler, 23, 6 clubs. The royal family, the king and the royal family It's all about the royal family. Her connection to the royal family. So nothing here is changing my mind. I think Meghan actually wrote Finding Freedom, and she just handed off her journals to Omid Scobie to clean up, and then they brought Carolyn Durand in because she's a more professional writer than Omid Scobie, and so Carolyn Durand did more to clean it up and did a better job, because I guess Scobie couldn't do it. You know, his little Scobie snacks were not enough to really, get that up to the level of writing that it needed to be to really, get out as, because Meghan is incredibly famous. As oppressed as she is one of the most famous ladies on the planet. And that's her goal. She has specifically stated that it's her goal to be the most famous person on planet Earth, and she's doing it by being as controversial as possible. It's impossible to be really famous without being controversial. And that's what she said. Okay, to quote that guy from The Office, Steve Carell from The Office. So, will Meghan Markle lose in summary judgment? Summary judgment, she's applied for summary judgment. The judge has not ruled on summary judgment yet. And that's just on the evidence, and no more evidence will be introduced, just on the evidence existing right now in front of the judge. Is Meghan holding the losing position for summary judgment right now? Would Meghan lose on... Yes. And the no. Will Meghan lose on summary judgment? Karmic relationship, Trinity, working together in these relationships. The key is, 12 and 6, 18. On an ongoing basis, she was working together. So this goes to collusion. She was working together with these people a lot. And we have all the sixes. 6, 6, 6, devil. 6, 6, 6, devil. So secrets, keeping secrets from the world, wants to keep secrets from the world, and all of the dirty dealings with all the people behind. So a lot of, will Meghan lose? So the cards are saying, the key is all the backroom dealings. Literally, I think Meghan wrote it. Literally, I think it's beyond collusion. Okay, collusion is she's working with Omid Scobie. If she wasn't working with Omid Scobie, she would sue him. Oh my goodness, how could you say that about me, Omid? How did you can't say that. How did you get that information? And the Daily Mail came out with 21 things of how Omid Scobie could not know this without talking specifically to Meghan or Harry. And there are many things where Harry talks about his feelings when he proposed to Meghan, Meghan's feelings about this and that, and all kinds of private matters that Omid Scobie could not know without speaking directly to Meghan or Harry or people very closely associated with them. And no one in Meghan's camp would speak to Omid Scobie without permission from Meghan. Oh yeah, you can speak to him. He's writing a book, and I love this book. So it's all about the relationships and the secrets of these relationships hidden from the world behind the scenes. So will Meghan lose in... Yeah, okay, that is the primary issue. Because Meghan is alleging breach of privacy. And if she said to the 5 anonymous friends, go ahead and speak to People magazine, that's it. It's not a breach of privacy. If she sent the letter to the 5 anonymous friends, which she did, because there's no way for them to have it, and on top of that, one of them admits, okay, all these people, there's a bunch of people involved, one of these people admits that Meghan said it was okay to talk to People magazine about it. That's it. No more breach of privacy. She fails to prove that there's a breach of privacy. Finally, I want to know, here's Meghan as an angel. I want to know, does Meghan believe her own manufactured reality? Because I overwhelmingly feel that she does. Her manufactured reality, what she says happened, which is almost in every case different than what actually happened. She stands by that. She'll sue you. She'll send people to, do whatever. I mean, she's really quite the pit bull when it comes to her version of events. Does she believe her own manufactured reality? Or she's more duplicitous than that? Ooh, there's the devil. All right. Let's look at the devil pops out to me. So opportunities. Okay, 4 clubs is opportunity. Devil and Jacob's ladder. On an ongoing basis, she'll literally do anything based on what's happening now. She's a reactor. She's not an actor. She's a reactor. She likes to react to circumstances, and she does so without any limits and without any conscience. The devil is the worst card in the deck. The devil will literally do anything. The devil has no boundaries. So just based on circumstances, so for instance, a recent circumstance is Kate Middleton's father called Harry and Meghan Muppets. He said, "Shut the F up, you bunch of Muppets." Okay, he was just really sick and tired of hearing Meghan and Harry moralize about others, and very hypocritically. And so her reaction to that, 4 clubs, her reaction was, "Oh, well, we're not coming for Christmas. Okay, and you're not going to see Archie again. Archie's a year and a half old, and you're not going to see him." Okay, well, I don't believe they have Archie, but that's another matter. Everyone else believes they have Archie. So that would be really horrid for anyone to do that to the grandmother who is so aged, so far advanced in age. And Philip is 99 years old, and the Queen is, I think, 94 or 93. But they're both very advanced age, and they need to see Archie. If Archie exists, the Queen needs to hold Archie and just sit beside him while he crawls around on the floor and mumbles things. And Philip needs this too. They need this. And Will and Kate and the kids, they need to see the kid and play with the kid. So she's willing to do anything. So here we have Fox and very cleverly transforming, and 8 hearts is a great lying card, and 8 hearts is mirroring the devil. She does know it's lies. So I'm asking, does she believe her own false narratives? No, she absolutely knows that these are lies, and she's doing this constantly, and she's just willing to do anything. She's somebody, it's win or lose with Meghan, and she's going to do anything to get her way and to win. So that's what's under the surface. On the surface, we have Magi who's manifesting, committed to manifesting through the conflicts, 5 and 13, 18, on an ongoing basis. So on the surface, she's a fighter. She's not afraid of a fight. She's very reactive. She's very happy to fight you. She's not going to back down from a fight. This is kind of good energy for somebody. You're not going to walk all over Meghan. Meghan's not going to take anything lying down. She's going to react to you, and she's absolutely ruthless, and she will. We have 2 big liar cards, and we have a deception card. 3 out of 5 cards are straight up lying or deception. The worst deception card is the devil. The fox is just very clever. So she's not going to let you walk all over her, and she's going to react to you, and she's going to fight you, but she'll do anything. I mean, she'll do anything to get her way and to win and to make herself the winner and you the loser. So that's what I'm saying. So she doesn't believe it. She knows she's making this stuff up. But it's like a seared conscience. Doesn't care that these are lies. Okay, so let's review. How does Thomas feel about outing Meghan? Because clearly Thomas would have told the lawyers that he doesn't have a cell phone. Well, he's very emotional about his separation from Meghan and his family. She's family. And he really longs for this deep father-daughter relationship. And he wants to be a grandpa. He is a grandpa. He knows how devastating. This is the bullet that strikes the heart. okay, she's caught in a lie, and it's in writing. But it's outside of his, he didn't do it. He had nothing to do with it, and he needs to tell the truth. He can't cover for her. Whereas if it wasn't a court, he could cover for her, but he's not going to cover for her here. And that's good. So did she receive the book before it was published or after serialization? Very direct action over here. And here her image of being an angel is just being destroyed. And she was very involved. So this doesn't change anything that I was seeing before. Meghan is absolutely, I think, not only is Meghan colluding with Scobie and Duran, Meghan, I think, actually wrote it. And that's actually her writing, and it sounds like her writing. Okay, and if you love any writer, like I'm reading a Stephen King book, he writes a certain way, and you read his books because that's his voice. I would recognize the voice of Stephen King, and another writer I really like is Anne Rice, but I would recognize their voice because that's how they write. So, and that's called narrative voice, and the book is written. Finding Freedom is written in Meghan's narrative voice. It's a 5-star review of a human being, and that human being is Meghan and no one else. It's not a 5-star review of Harry. Harry's a bit player. It's only a 5-star review of Meghan. Okay, would Meghan lose a summary judgment? Well, all of these secret relationships and underhanded dealings, 666 devil, and secrets are going to be exposed. So the key to the summary judgment, the key to the evidence is collusion, because she's saying the Daily Mail violated her privacy. Well, if she's involved with all these people, no one violated her privacy, she violated. So that's what the cards are describing, because the cards describe, they don't say yes or no, they describe. The sticks say yes or no, okay, and that's helpful. And the sticks, I noticed the sticks also describe. When it's not clearly yes or clearly no, they'll just let you know that this person is maybe not doing anything. And they won't say yes or no. They'll just sit there, like right in the middle. So even the sticks give a little bit of shade. They shade yes or no and tell you in between. So, but the cards don't say yes or no. The cards describe. All right, does Meghan believe her own lies, her own manufactured reality? No, she doesn't. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly what she's doing, and she's completely ruthless. Okay, she's completely ruthless in her execution of what she's doing. She literally doesn't have any friends named Ruth. So, ruthless. That's how I see it. I'm Joseph Magi, author of Playing Card Divination, Fortune Telling, the Magi Method. Many thanks to the generous folks who bought me a cup of tea. Please feel free to, because I'm still completely demonetized, 16 days and counting. Please find the book worldwide on Amazon, and the book and the playing cards you find on Etsy. Please feel free to like, share, subscribe, and comment.